This is like the last video of the day today. I'll be back though on Manbeast TV. And this topic goes out to my previous video, what I said about about against this brother named Manbeast Morris, about how I feel like I kinda went by too biased and went all on the top on over the top of saying that about quit hating the South and shit. And I feel like what he was saying, that everybody from the South was terrible, they whack and shit. I mean, I was kind of half like did it wrong and shit. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that me kind of debating against him, in a sense, his ranting kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I kind of felt offended because I'm from the South and shit. He from the Midwest, he from Detroit, Manbeast Morris and shit like that. But as far as y'all know, I live in the Midwest now, but that's here on there. But what I was trying to say in the video against him is that I didn't disagree with the point where he was dissing a lot of. I disagree. I wasn't agreeing on the point where he said everybody from the South was whack and shit, and how they how they run hip hop. But if you really think about it, man, I disagree. I still to this day disagree. I disagree on every shit he was saying about how the South run hip hop, because you had motherfuckers from the West Coast was running hip hop, and I feel like motherfuckers like him don't get on the West Coast for running hip hop, how they kind of kicked it off. Then the South came along, they started you know what's crazy is too, not everybody in the South wasn't as whack. Now, I could understand that everybody from the South was rapping basic, which they lyrics was trash and shit, generic and shit. And how I could agree that everybody that was sounding the same and shit back in the days, and they was whack and shit. I could understand that, and saying that they was then I could agree that the South run hip hop. But here's the kicker though, on some real shit, Manbeast Morris, not everybody in the South was illiterate, trash, and whack in they verse. There was people in the South that was rapping just as good as the East Coast, just as good in a few artists in the West Coast and the Midwest. That's all I gotta say, man. I'm pretty sure, bruh, I'm pretty sure where you from in the Midwest, some of your artists like that's from the Midwest where you from are trash too. Why you don't get on them? Why you gotta say, you might as well say the Midwest ruined hip hop if you really think about it. Even though they didn't, because y'all did have like good ass motherfuckers like Twista. Y'all had lyrical motherfuckers like Twista, Tech Nine, Eminem. Who else I'm missing? I guess you could put Royce the 5'9", but D12. You might as well say the Midwest. The Midwest fucked up hip hop when the drill shit happening. Why you don't get on drill? Why you don't get on like Chief Keys, the little JoJo's, the little Dirks and all them, the famous Dex and them, Manbeast Morris and all this shit? Why it's always got to be the South run hip hop when clearly they didn't really kick it off? It was really the West Coast. West Coast was talking about hoes ain't shit, ain't no fun if the homies can't have none, talking about gang banging this, gang banging that. They really kicked it off to the trap music and all that type of shit. I hope you do know gangster rap is like a foreign version of trap and drill. But it just is what it is. I'm not even hating on what the fuck he's saying. He said what he said. I mean, agree to or disagree. But you to say that the sophomore hip hop is some bullshit, but that's just me though. Like, you don't like Ludacris, Pimp C, Bun B, the whole UGK. You saying Ludacris, Goody Mob, Outkast. You could say Master P was whack because he was never a rapper. He was a businessman, Birdman. I don't disagree with Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne, bro. Lil fucking Wayne is not whack. He didn't get whack until later on, but early on his shit was dope. He was lyrically. He was a lyrical genius. And didn't even cussing his raps early on when he was with the Hot Boys. Juvenile was in that whack. There's plenty of rappers that was good in the South. Andre 3000, Big Boy, people from Goody Mob like CeeLo Green, fucking damn, what's that hating ass nigga name that always on Art of Dialogue that I'll be seeing him? Cujo or I don't know, but Goody Mob. I'm gonna say Goody Mob. I'm trying to think. I can't put BG because I agree with you on that, Manbeast Morris. BG, Silk the Shocker, and all them, they was bad. They was terrible. Even though I fuck with them, but they was terrible. Master P was terrible. Scarface. You didn't like Scarface, Young Jeezy, T.I.? Come on, bruh. There was plenty of artists in the South that was good, just as good as the East Coast. T.I., Lil Wayne, old Lil Wayne though, not this new Lil Wayne, not the skinny jeans Lil Wayne, Lil Wayne, Andre 3000, Big Boy, Scarface. Juvenile, I guess you could put Juvenile there. Juvenile, Mac from No Limit, even though he slept on Underrated. Mystical. Come on, Mystical, Ludacris. Come on, bruh. He just being biased, bruh. Saying that the South foreign hip hop. When there's plenty of artists, Southern rappers you could have listened to back in those times. Ludacris. I'm trying to think. Ludacris. Young Jeezy. Gucci Mane was terrible. I give you that. I give you Gucci Mane. Bun B, Pimp C was good. Little Flip was cool. Chameleon. Chameleon. Basically, I'm trying to make my point across that he's wrong about South run hip hop and how there was rappers in the game that was trash. Like my nigga, where the fuck was you at? Living on a rock or some shit? I just named you some artists that was great. Scarface, Ludacris, Scarface, Big Boy, Andre 3000, Lil Wayne, old Lil Wayne, Juvenile. Like, come on, bro, make it make sense. But that is on him. If you want to say the South run hip hop, that is what it is. Young Jeezy. But might as well say the Midwest foreign hip hop too. So I know he a fan of the East Coast, but look at the East Coast now. Now they trash. There was people on the East, I believe on the well, I can't say the East Coast, but the West Coast most definitely was trash. Snoop Dogg was trash. Too Short was trash. Even though I fuck with Too Short. E40 wasn't all that. People that's all they was talking about game banging and degrading women. Snoop Dogg, Snoop Doggy Dogg, E40 was trash. Too Short. I wouldn't say E40 was trash. I take that back. He was just mediocre and average. But there was people that in the West Coast I can't name more. Easy-E didn't even write his own shit, and they was trash. So get on them. They the one that kicked it off. So, but yeah, bro, that's all I had to touch on that. This is my last video of the day. That's all I had to say. And C-Boz TV, thanks for supporting C-Boz TV, and Lil C-Boz out, and peace.